Some quarters might look normal but are worth hundreds or even thousands due to rare mint errors. Doubling, missing details, or wrong metal can turn spare change into real cash. In this video, learn how to spot these valuable coins hiding in your everyday pocket change. Our first coin is the 1982 D Washington quarter. It was made at the Denver Mint and has a face value of just 25 cents. But some of these coins have sold for as much as $4,500. That's right, just one quarter could be worth thousands. This is because of rare mint errors that make the coin very special to collectors. One common thing people see with the 1982 D quarter is a filled mint mark. The D may look flat, blurry, or hard to read. This usually happens when the die, the metal piece that stamps the coin, gets worn out or clogged with grease or dirt. This type of filled D is pretty common, and most of the time it doesn't add much value. But if that filled mint mark comes along with other rare problems, it could be worth a lot more. One rare problem is a misaligned die strike. This means the coin was not lined up right when it was made, so the image is off-center or uneven. Another rare problem is called doubling. This happens when part of the design is struck twice, making it look thick or like there's a shadow. If a 1982 D quarter has one or more of these rare errors, plus the filled D, it could be very valuable. But the rarest version of this coin is the one struck on a copper planchet. Normally, 1982 D quarters were made on copper-nickel metal, which looks silver. But a few were made on old copper planchets by mistake. These planchets were left over from earlier years, before the switch to copper-nickel. Only 2 of these copper 1982 D quarters are known to exist. These rare coins have sold for around $10,000. That is an incredible amount for just one coin. Collectors love these kinds of errors because they are not supposed to happen. Mistakes at the U.S. Mint are very rare, especially ones this serious. That's why coins like these are so special and bring big money. If you ever come across a 1982 D quarter that looks strange, don't spend it. It might be worth checking with a coin expert or taking it to a coin shop. Even small differences, like the color of the coin or the way the letters look, can make a big difference in value. That's why it's always a good idea to look closely at your change. You might have something rare and not even know it. Some people have found these coins in pocket change, in old coin jars, or even in rolls of coins from the bank. It's also important to know what a normal 1982 D quarter looks like. That way, when you find one that looks a little off, you'll notice it right away. A regular one will have a strong, clear D under the date, even color, and smooth edges. If anything looks odd, like missing letters, strange marks, or unusual color, it's worth a closer look. There are also coins from 1982 with small date styles. These are harder to see unless you compare them side by side with a normal one, but collectors know the difference, and some will pay extra for those. The small date version is usually paired with a rare copper planchet. That's what makes it so valuable. Only a couple of those have been found, and they made big news in the coin world. Even though most 1982 D quarters are worth just 25 cents, the rare ones with errors can be worth hundreds, even thousands. That's why coin collecting can be so fun. You never know what you might find just by looking at your spare change. It's like a treasure hunt, and anyone can do it. Collectors often use a magnifying glass to look for small mistakes on coins. Some errors are very tiny and hard to see with just your eyes, but with a little patience and some practice, you can learn to spot things that most people miss. And who knows? Maybe you'll be the next person to find one of those ultra-rare 1982 D copper quarters. So the next time you see a 1982 quarter with a D under the date, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. Check the color. Look at the date. See if the mint mark is filled or blurry. Turn the coin to the side and see if the edge looks copper or silver. All of these little details can tell you if you have something special. Even if you don't find a super rare one, collecting these coins is still a great hobby. You learn a lot about history, design, and how money is made. Plus, it's fun to search. A rare coin could be hiding in your pocket right now. So keep checking your coins, especially the old ones. The 1982 D Washington quarter is just one example of how a small error can lead to big value. And remember, only a few of these rare quarters are known, so finding one is like winning the coin collector's lottery. Keep hunting, stay curious, and always check your change. Next, we have the 1994 D Washington quarter. This coin was made at the Denver Mint, and while most people think it's just another regular 25-cent coin, some rare ones can be worth as much as $1,500 or even more. The reason for this big jump in value is because of minting errors, small mistakes that happened when the coin was made. These errors are not common, and collectors love finding them. One of the most well-known errors on the 1994 D quarter is called doubling. This means some parts of the design on the coin look like they were printed twice. It might look fuzzy, thick, or like there is a shadow behind the letters or numbers. This is called a double die error. It can happen on either side of the coin. When the error is on the front, it is called a double die obverse or DDO. When it is on the back, it is called a double die reverse or DDR. These errors are usually found in the words, "In God We Trust," or in the date and mint mark under Washington's neck. Some may also appear on the word "Liberty," or even on the eagle on the back. These doubling errors happen during the minting process. The die, which is the tool that strikes the coin, hits it more than once but slightly out of place. This creates a doubled image. If the doubling is very strong and easy to see, collectors will pay a lot more money for that coin. Some of the best examples of 1994 D quarters with strong doubling have sold for hundreds or even over $1,000, depending on how clear the error is and what part of the coin it affects. Another kind of error found on some 1994 D quarters is a grease-filled die error. This happens when grease or dirt gets into the die that stamps the coin. When this happens, the grease blocks some of the design, so the coin comes out missing some details. The letters might look faint, or part of Washington's face may be missing. Sometimes even the date or mint mark is hard to see. These types of coins are called struck-through grease errors. They are more common than doubling, but some very dramatic ones can still be worth good money. If most of the front or back of the coin is missing details, collectors may pay $100 or more, depending on how big the error is. One reason these coins are so valuable is because they are hard to find. Most coins from the 1990s are very common, so when a big error like this appears, it stands out. People often find them by accident, just by looking through their change or coin rolls from the bank. You don't need to be a coin expert to find one. You just need to know what to look for. With 1994 D quarters, look closely at the date, the mint mark D, and the words, "In God We Trust." If any of these look thicker than normal, or look like there's a shadow or double image, you might have a double die error. Using a magnifying glass helps a lot. A $5 coin loop or even your phone's zoom camera can show you things your eyes might miss. For the grease-filled errors, look for missing letters or blurry details. If the face looks faded or the eagle is missing feathers, that could be a strike-through error. These coins are easy to miss because they look like they are just worn out, but a true strike-through will have soft smooth spots instead of the usual sharp design. There are also other kinds of errors that might show up on the 1994 D quarter. Some coins might be off-center, which means the design was not lined up properly. This leaves part of the coin blank. The more off-center the coin is, the more valuable it can be, especially if all the letters and date are still visible. Another rare error is a clipped planchet where a small piece of the coin is missing because it was cut wrong at the mint. These look like the coin has a bite taken out of it. Some collectors have also found 1994 D quarters struck on the wrong kind of metal. These are very rare, but if you find a coin that feels too light, too heavy, or has a strange color, it might be made of the wrong material. A coin shop or grading service can weigh and test your coin to find out for sure. Another thing that can make the 1994 D quarter valuable is its condition. Even without errors, coins in perfect shape can sell for more money. If a coin has never been used and still looks shiny and clean, it is called uncirculated. These coins can sell for $1 to $5 just for being in nice shape. But when an uncirculated coin also has an error, that's when prices jump high, sometimes into the hundreds or thousands. Collectors look for coins that are rare, have strong details, and show interesting mistakes. The 1994 D quarter checks all those boxes when the right errors are there. Most people have never heard of these kinds of coins, so they don't know what to look for. But now that you do, it might be worth checking your change more closely. Lots of people search through rolls of quarters from the bank, hoping to find these rare coins. It's not easy, but it doesn't cost much to try. And sometimes, people really do find valuable coins just sitting in a jar at home or in a handful of quarters at the store. That's the fun of coin collecting. The good news is, 1994 D quarters are still out there. They were made by the millions, so most people didn't think to check them back then. That means a rare one could still be in someone's pocket right now. If you spot one with doubling or missing letters, don't spend it. Hold on to it and show it to a coin shop or post it online in a coin collecting group. There are lots of collectors who would love to see it and maybe even buy it from you. Always keep your eyes open, and if a coin looks strange, give it a second look. Errors like doubling or strike-throughs are not easy to find, but they can be worth a lot. And even if you don't find one, checking your change is a fun and simple hobby that anyone can do. Thanks for watching, and keep checking your change. You never know what gem is hiding in your pocket.